My demands are simple. You will subscribe to the channel. You will like the video. You will turn on post notifications. And if you don't, I'm going to blow us all to hell.
Oh. I can't do that for so long. Anyway, welcome back to another Helldivers video. Just to be clear, of course, in case you needed a lesson on how to identify explosives, this is a 3D printed fake C4 from CSGO, so, you know, no biggie. But today's video is different from what I anticipated because my original plan was going to be to actually be something similar to an Al-Qaeda terrorist suicide bomber-esque thing, but the video didn't work out that way, and so I just went with more of the more professional suicide bomber approach, to be an expendable, so to speak. But either way, we are here, and I hope you enjoyed that skit because this vest is tight. So let's jump right into the build for today, and of course we need to start with our primary weapon, which I chose the Eruptor. It was between that and the crossbow, and I just preferred the Eruptor for this overall build aesthetic anyway. Okay, for your secondary, of course, we're going to be taking the things that can blow up as much shit as humanly possible, so we'll be taking the Ultimatum. Because what will the enemy do when I throw a literal nuclear football at them? Well, nothing. Then for your throwable, you can take whatever you want, but I chose impacts. As for the armor, I chose the heaviest of heavy, which is the Devastator armor. Not to be confused with the 6-in-1 Transformer from the second movie, which was awesome. For the stratagems, there are a shit ton of stratagems that blow things up, but we also want things to be built around the Hellbomb backpack. That is the basis for this entire saga, I guess. I don't know what you want to call it. And now that I think about it, I probably should have brought the Airburst rocket launcher because the Hellbomb backpack is a 5-minute cooldown, so, you know, there's a lot of leeway in between blowing yourself up. But I didn't think about that, so I just ran the commando. And I probably should have used the grenade launcher, but I wanted some of that. I wanted some anti-tank capabilities, and I just didn't. I don't know. I didn't want to use the ultimatum only, so. And then alongside those, of course, we needed an orbital and an eagle, and what other orbital than the 380, and what other eagle but the 500. That about does it for our build. We went over the primary weapons and stratagems, and as well as the armor. So how did this all fare combined together on all three fronts? Since the Illuminate are back now, which you should be fighting against them as we speak. It simultaneously performed fairly shit and also fairly effective in both ways somehow. I'm not 100% sure. But the Illuminate front proved interesting. The Eruptor does very well against the Overseers and roaming drones, of course, and it also does a fair good job against the flesh mobs. But then when you get swarmed by the Voteless, you may think there's no way out other than to blow yourself up, which we don't want to do prematurely, of course. But since you have the heavy armor combined with the Eruptor, you can actually kind of launch yourself out of the horde while taking minimal damage, at least not life-threatening damage. Most of the time, of course, and this also applies to the bug front. The Hellbomb backpack is not very effective against the Illuminate. It does work when you have large hordes and swaths being dropped in upon your head. It doesn't do very well against the spaced out encampments because you got to get it right in the middle of all the different ships around there to actually get all of them in one fell swoop. So there are better means to do that, but either way. Moving on to the bot front. This is where the Hellbomb backpack is extremely effective, except you have to get into the middle of a horde of robots firing lasers at you, and that can prove to be difficult for the uninitiated, so to speak. So, as long as you spam stems and jump and roll and just dodge everything possible to get to the very center of the horde and get directly under a factory strider, you can actually get 60 kill bombs and 100 kill bombs and just on and on and on, just up your kill count by substantial amounts. I do think the overall build is more effective on squids minus the Hellbomb backpack. You could probably sub that in for a different backpack if you wanted to, and this build would still be fairly decent, although lacking in several categories. It's still fun, and that's the name of the game, baby, is fun. Things that corporations are allergic to. And as for the bug front, I'll just roll you a montage right quick and let you see how that went.
Backpack inbound. Going down a support weapon.
Sí, para mí lo que compró creo que lo mejor ha sido la escopeta de fuego y después, bueno, las bombas termitas también están buenas que se pegan a los bichos grandes y los normales. T2, vos creo que T2. Sí, T2. Bueno, ahí es una ahora no sé si puedes la muestra, hay varias muestras si querés. Eso.
Ah, cierto, personal.
Agregar varias. ¿Cómo?
And of course, in case you were wondering, all of these props I have here are 3D printed. They're all props. That's what they are. They're for skits. They're fake. I do not plan on blowing myself up or anyone else in the meantime. Bye.
Like the video. Like. Subscribe to the channel. Subscribe. Turn on notifications. Ring the bell.